She was destroyed by fire in 1820. They rebuilt the sanctuary on the opposite side, and the steeple on top of that new sanctuary stands up 227 and a half feet. She's the tallest in our city, and it was from that steeple that the feather fell in the opening scene of the movie, Forrest Gump. And then, of course, Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. That whole movie just evolved here. The Conspirator was sent here with the Bow Breaks, CBGB, the Ant-Man and the Wasp, the General's Daughter, the Last Song, the New Lady the Tramp, Baywatch, Dirty Grandpa, Magic Mike 1 and 2. And I kid y'all not, SpongeBob SquarePants 2 that's been brought out. Now, did y'all see it's cold outside? But y'all had never lived there. But Jim Williams did from the movie Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. And y'all, Jim's sister still owns that house to this day. And as we turn back to the right, on the Bull Street out the left-hand side of the trolley across the square is the oldest Jewish synagogue in the state of Georgia. The third oldest in the United States. Founded in 1733, that is the temple of the congregation. Israel. And coming up on the right now, it's probably one of the most expensive homes you're going to see as we pass y'all through the historic history. Y'all, this is the old Armstrong mansion. Mr. Armstrong made his millions in the shipping industry. And he said, when you build my home, you spare not one penny. Ladies and gentlemen, what you see before you today are not white brick. That house is encased from the foundation up in marble block. The fence which surrounds the home on smaller scale is an exact replica of the fence which surrounds Buckingham Palace, and she's capped out with 24-karat gold leaf. And in front of us, around the edge of Gaston Street, dedicated on November the 11th of 1947, is a monument to the men from the area, the Sir Marines. And across the top of the Marine Monument is a beautiful piece of back, the white marble stars, and the white brick stars. He added on another 5,000 square feet. His home is a little over 22,000 square feet. Y'all guess who lives in the house? Sorry, y'all. They're having a funeral, and that's just my way of paying respects. And that little brick structure, right there in the center, is the oldest in our state. She was built in 1735. And y'all, if you eat in the restaurant, you can actually sit in that oldest standing structure. But as we turn back to the left, we're going to make our way through Washington Square to the anti-migrant zone. And if you look on the side of the old brick, you can still see their original advertisement. Anti-migraine cures all headaches. And y'all know what the main ingredient was? Cocaine. It was. And y'all, we're coming up on the back of the old Isaiah Davenport home. Built from 1820 to 21 by Mr. Isaiah, a master builder. The banner on the fence shows the grand staircase on the inside of the home. But by 1955, Mr. Isaiah's home was in such disarray, it was scheduled to be torn down. 7 ladies got together here, raised $22,500 and purchased this home 2 hours before the wrecking ball was to strike to make it a parking lot. Today, it is a property of the historic Savannah Foundation. And in 1955, it was that house that started it on. But of all the homes in the city, this one has got to be my favorite. Y'all notice all the ornamental carvings of the window sills, the columns, the rails around the verandas, everything on the home, down to the frame that holds the glass in the window. She was built by Mr. William Kehoe. And today it's the Kehoe House Inn, it's a bed and breakfast. Mr. William was the owner of our local iron foundry. He said this, if you can carve it out of wood, then I shall cast it in iron. By her brother Alexander. So when Miss Mary died, she left 90% of her money on this beautiful home to her one and only true love, which was the arts and sciences. Today, This is the museum of the Telfair Academy of Arts and Science. Did any of y'all see the movie Midnight in the Garden of Renewal? The Bird Girl, which was featured on the cover of the book and on the movie, she's inside the Telfair. We had to remove her from Bonaventure, H&M, Walgreens, T-Mobile, Banana Republic, yeah, Urban Outfitters. You're going to find some of your bigger restaurants, such as Panera Bread, Jalapenos, and how that McDonald's got that there on that corner, I have no idea. Lord have mercy. But you know what's so ironic about that? Is with downtown and Broughton Street coming back to life, guess what's happening to the malls?
It's dying.
They're dying. Exactly. Haiti, came over here in the vault with us during the Battle of the Siege of Savannah. They gave their lives fighting for our freedom and independence from England. They had absolutely nothing to gain whatsoever. So I respect and honor, we dedicate the monument. And y'all define cobblestone, but they're not. There is a difference. Now both of these stones were used in the base of the old ships to keep them weighted and to keep them balanced while they were empty. Now once they arrived here, and we started loading with cotton, turpentine, sugar, rice, milk, and all the other exports, they go the old stones on. But they started piling up all over the riverfront. So the city side, in order to get rid of them, they would pave the ramps with the cobblestone. And they physically created river streets with the ballast stone. And if you want to know the difference between the two stones, you see how these on the ramp, they're more rounded and they're smooth? It's because these were picked up out the beds of rivers and streams. These are cobblestone. As we turn down river streets, you see these look more like brick. It's because they were created by the hand of man. And that's the difference between the two stones. Man-made and created by nature itself. And if y'all look to the left, you see another beautiful view of the bridge which stretches across the river. Y'all at the highest of high tides, that bridge is 186 feet above the water. She's almost 19 stories tall. Some of the freighters that are coming into the ports now are so large, they're having to sit in the mouth of the Savannah and wait for the tide to fall so they can clear the base of the bridge. So you're talking about ships that are over 19 stories tall. They just set aside another $147 million.
So that's what we have here in the Savannah River, brackish water, that being a mixture of salt and fresh water. Now, because of our proximity to the ocean, I'd actually wager that we're much more salty than we are fresh. We'll talk a bit about that today, but at any rate, still considered brackish water, with it being a mixture of the two. Now, folks, the characteristic that is worth taking away about this brackish water here, the thing that's notable about it, I would say, is the fact that it is very nutrient rich, jam-packed with nutrients, making it an optimal place for a healthy ecosystem to be thriving and teeming with wildlife. It's absolutely the kinds of creatures at Riverside. Now, Port Riverside is named thusly because it actually used to be a power plant. It was a coal-fired plant for many years, powered the lights and trolley systems here on the riverfront. Now, it, of course, is the acquisition of the luxury hotel, the JW Marriott. Now, folks, you don't have to be staying in the Marriott. You don't need to have a key card or anything like that to enjoy a lot of what they have for the public. You can walk right into the Marriott. There's a big museum in there with a dinosaur hanging from the ceiling, a lot of cool gifts and artifacts, art pieces in there. There's also many great restaurants and bars, both indoor, outdoor, and rooftop. As a matter of fact, folks, the rooftop bar, particular the electrics, it looks like they missed us. Which means that's 11 days with no casualties. That's a new record for the Georgia Queen.
I think we're sinking.
Excited to see that. Well, friends, like I said, they do that cannon firing. They do that every single day.
Not easy. Oh, no. Not at all.
noticeable difference.